Good day, guys. Welcome back to Ocean Innovators Season 2, celebrating the decade of action to protect our oceans. This year, we are focusing on mangrove restoration. Today, we are receiving Colin Cosbie. He is an active member of Redcliffe Sunrise Rotary Club in the state of Queensland, Australia. How are you, Colin?
Good, thanks, Vic. How are you? I'm well.
Very good, Colin. Thanks for joining us today. In a few words, can you tell us a little bit more about Redcliffe Sunrise Rotary Club and your mangrove actions?
Yeah, look, Victor, this club lives on the edge of the Moreton Bay Marine Park, and it's a big park out here, and we all live, work, and play in this environment. So it's very important that we protect it. So over the last 12 months, I've been working and thinking of ways to further protect it. So I started up ESRAG-Moreton Bay to emphasize and do some further work in the environment so we can have this environment for the future generations to work, play and live in this place.
So Colin, can you tell us a little bit more about ESRAG?
Yeah, look, ESRAG is the 7th area of focus that Rotary has set up. And ESRAG stands for Environmental Sustainability Rotary Action Group. It's gathering pace at an enormous rate. We had a meeting the other day, and it's one of the fastest growing environment action groups in the whole of Rotary, and probably in lots of other fields as well, I suspect.
So coming back to your Rotary Club project, what are your needs and how can we help you?
Oh, look, Victor, I think what you're doing with this video is a very good thing to do. That alone is giving us great support and encouragement to do these projects, right? This is one project of many projects that we're doing. We're doing the mangrove awareness, but we're doing Threatened Species Day, we're doing World Environment Day. So all these things that you do to help us are very important, Victor, and I take my hat off to you, and I hope that there's more to it.
So why is it so important to protect mangroves?
Oh, Victor, I've identified 7 things that the mangroves are important, right? There's 7 good reasons, right? One is the diversity for the fish and the shellfish, the birds, the turtles, the prawns, and all that sort of stuff. The other one is the livelihood for everybody that eat the seafood, the healthy fishing industries. The other one is the mangroves are great filters for the waterways and the trapped sediment against those sort of things. They're a great coastal defense against erosion. They're a great carbon storage sink, sequestration. There's a whole big untapped novel biological compounds that are growing out of the mangroves. A lot of research is going into this. And also, of course, there's the ecotourism that will come out of these mangroves that people must see how important that is.
What sort of the biggest threats you have already identified around Australian mangroves specifically?
I think, yeah, look, Victor, that's a very good question. And I think one of the important things that we're seeing is what we call urban squeeze, where the houses, the freeways, the motorways are being pushed further and further up against the barrier of the mangroves. And so we have to encourage councils across the 3 levels of government to stand up and protect these mangroves. It's a very important aspect.
That's a little bit scary to hear, because when you consider that oceans are rising, if we are pushing closer to the ocean and if the ocean is rising, there would be no more space for our mangroves.
I know, Victor, that's important. That's right. We've got to come to some other agreement with our councillors and town planners to make sure that we have a balance of this environment that we live in. I'm not sure how we can do that, but I'm sure town planners are thinking about these sort of things, but we've got to be very conscious to protect these things, protect the mangroves.
And according to you, what makes Australian mangroves so special?
I think, look, they are special in that they do protect the foreshores, the habitat, the fish, the shellfish, the way we live, work, and play in the environment. they are critical in the overall scheme of how we play, and not the oxygen and all these sort of things that come out of the mangroves, and the carbon uptake that they take. It is a very critical aspect of the environment. Vic.
Thank you very much, Colin. We will finish with a 2-second message you would like to leave to our people of action today.
Look, the 2-second message is the mangroves are the oceans, are the nurseries oceans. They are the nurseries of them. They encourage the fish, the oysters, the birds, the bees, all these things live in this environment. And without that biodiversity, it's not a good outcome for us. We would lose that idea of going into play with nature.
And there we go. That was Ocean Innovators series, celebrating 10 years to achieve the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Don't forget to press the bell button to subscribe, and we will see you next time.